Whereas he lived once, but they never.
Whereas he lived once, but they never, man. Like it says, I believe it's Psalms 115. I could be mistaken, or it might be once. You know, it's 115. It ain't 116. But it speaks about they have hands, but can't handle.
Psalm 115. I start at verse 2. Psalm 115 and 2. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is now their God? But our power is in the heavens. He hath done whatsoever he hath pleased. Their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. They have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Noses have they, but they smell not. They have hands, but they handle not. Feet have they, but they walk not. Neither speak they through their throat.
Yep.
They that make them are like unto them.
See, they that make them are like unto them, man. So that's why the Lord called these heathens dead. That's why the Lord called 2/3 of our people dead.
Let's get a little valid point across. How you gonna worship something that you created, man? That's like the stupidest thing you can ever do is you build something, then you worship it, man. Alright?
Praise good.
This is Proverbs 21 and 16. The man that wandered out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Hey, and that's plain, man. He that watereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. That's why the Lord called us. That's why Ezekiel 37, we were dead bones, man. Because we all fell away. According to 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. That great falling away. Right. Jeremiah 17 and 4, we discontinue from our heritage. What is our heritage? The law, statutes, and commandments, man. So, hey, it just said, he that wandereth out of the way of understanding. What's the way of understanding? It's knowledge. In Sirach it says, he that doeth the law shall be filled with it. That's a rough paraphrase, man. This is our wisdom, man. This is what guides us, you know? But yet you want to serve idols, man. You want to serve dead things that never lived. Like it says in Psalms, I believe it's the 96th chapter if I'm not mistaken, man. It says all the gods of the nations are idols, man. Our power is the one true living power, man. You get that from me, bro? You got a point?
Yeah, because they go to show you too, when you're bowing down worshiping idols, they go to show you that you wandered out of the way of understanding, because you got to be a moron to bow down to something that you created. You see what I'm saying? Like you carve a tree into whatever God you want, but you bow down and worship it. It's like it tell you what's that in Proverbs? No, you got Proverbs the song. I forgot which one, but it said, he that committeth adultery lacketh understanding. See what I'm saying? You commit adultery when you're laying down with these other gods and other idols. Yes, that's why the Lord stripped you of your knowledge. Yep. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro. That's all I have to say, man.
And that's what the people of the nations do, because they don't have no true power.
Right.
See, that's why they erect statues and stones and monuments as their gods, because they don't serve the living God. We don't have to erect a statue or stone or create a God, because we serve the living true power.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
This Wisdom of Solomon 13 and 11. It said, now a carpenter that felleth timber, after he hath sawn down a tree meet for the purpose and taken off the bark skillfully round about.
So you can picture it, man. The carpenter, he go into the wood, he pick the tree he like, he cuts it down, he skins it of his bark, you know. Go ahead.
It said, have wrought it handsomely.
And have wrought it handsomely, so hey, he focused on what he doing, right? You know? Like it says in Sirach 38, it says that, let me grab it real fast, just a precept. This is Sirach, the 38th chapter.
I get it, bro. What you want, 38 and what?
27.
Sirach 38 and 27 says, 38 and 27 says, all these things are for the good to the godly. So to the sinners, they are turned. Oh, that's 39. It's like. All right, 38 and 27. So every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, and they that cut and grave seals, and are diligent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and watch to finish a work. The smith also is sitting by the anvil, and considering the ironwork, the vapor of the fire wastes his flesh, and he fighteth with the heat of the furnace. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears, and his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh. He setteth his mind to finish his work, and watcheth to polish it perfect.
Right. So he paying attention. He making sure what he making, is perfect for whatever use he's making it for, man. You know. You ain't gonna have a table with one leg longer than the other, and then what use is that table?
Right.
So he making sure that everything is perfect in its function. How much more a nigga that's making himself a god, man? He making sure it's on point, man. Making sure the eyes is focused, making sure the hands and shit, man. Madness, man. You jump back to that, brother Bob Shop.
It said, I'm stopping time. It said, now a carpenter that fell a timber after he have sawn down a tree meet for the purpose and taken off the bark skillfully round about, and have wrought it handsomely, and made a vessel thereof fit for the service of man's life. And after spending the refuse of his work to dress his meat, have filled himself.
Yeah. Because it said he half of the wood he put it in the fire and he used it to cook with. You know, it said he dressed his meat, so he used it as firewood. Go ahead.
It said, have filled himself, and taketh a very refuse among those which serve to no use.
Right, so so whatever he used, you know what I'm saying? He probably made a table, you know, made him a couple chairs, you know what I'm saying? Used the rest as firewood so he can eat, you know? But then the refuge, the crooked and bogus pieces of the wood that's useful for nothing, what do he do with it? Go ahead.
It says, and taking the very refuse among those which serve to no use, being a crooked piece of wood and full of knots, have carved it diligently.
Have carved it diligently.
Hey, can I say something too? Of course. It said that wood had knots in it. That takes a diligent work to get those knots out of wood. Right. Do you know how tough and hard knots is in the tree branch or wood or a limb? That's hard. That takes a lot of sanding and grinding to get that knot out to get it smooth with the rest of the wood, man. That takes a lot of work, man. So he was serious in his work, man. Right, go ahead, bro.
It said, hath carved it diligently when he had nothing else to do.
When he had nothing else to do. He had shit else to do, so I'm gonna make a god. What the fuck does that? Come on, man. Where that logic come from, man? What? That's no logic at all, man. There's no sense.
Right, man.
Go ahead, off.
It said, and formed it by the skill of his understanding, and fashioned it to the image of man, or made it like some foul beast, laying it over with vermilion, and with paint colored with red, and covering every spot therein. And when he had made a convenient room for it, set it on the wall, and made it fast with iron.
It meaning he nailed it down. Why the fuck you gotta nail it down, man? That guy should be able to walk and go and do as he please. And you can see the spirit, because you can see these different customs, man. The East Indians, you know, with they Hindu bullshit, you know, Krishna and all that madness, you know, those goops over there, in which is part of Asia as well, with Buddha. You can see the shrines and everything. They make a convenient room. Hey, just like with the Northern Kingdom, man, with their shrines.
Right. Right, man.
With all that madness to Diana, all that madness to Semiramis. Because that's what it is, man. You think you worshiping the Virgin Mary. No, nigga, no. And you shouldn't be worshiping her anyway, man. Yahawashi clearly said that, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, for he provided for it that it might not fall.
For he provided for it that it might not fall. Do we keep ourselves right, man? No. The scripture says that pray that Yahawashi guide your footsteps that you don't fall, man. So here it is, you can't even keep your goddamn self from falling. But yet you gonna keep this God from falling, man? It's supposed to be your God, man. Your God's supposed to keep you, not you keeping your God, man. The fuck is that, man? Go ahead, bro.
Said, knowing that it was unable to help itself.
Knowing that it was unable to help itself, man. Just like those dirty ass Philistines when they took the Ark of the Covenant, man. I believe it's in the book of Samuel. They took it into they fish god Dagon, man.
Yep.
And you Google Dagon, and they priests wear the same fucking headband that the Catholic priests wear, man. Which letting you know that Esau Edom only takes the customs of these different nations, man. It's idol worship, it's pagan. And you might ask yourself, why does he do these things? To keep you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans away from knowing who you are, man. Because according to Jude, the 5th chapter, it says what? That if they be on point with their power, hey, leave them alone and keep going before we become a reproach. But if they sin against their power, hey, let it be for their ruin and we gonna go up and take them, man. Esau Edom knows this, man. He knows to continue keeping you niggas going off, to continue telling you niggas that you ain't Israelites, to continue telling you niggas to live after your flesh, live it up, YOLO nigga, you only live once, that he stays in a power seat. He think he found a loophole with the Lord, but no, nigga, no. Go ahead.
It says,
Hey, that's why the Lord said in Zechariah 13:8-9, man, 2/3 shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein, man. Only 1/3 of the Lord's people is considered his people on this side.
That's right.
You 2/3 to get that acknowledgement on the next side, man. Since you don't want to come back and acknowledge your power, he's not going to acknowledge you.
it says, for it is an image and have need of help. It says, for he provided for it that it might not fall, knowing that it was unable to help itself. For it is an image and have need of help. Then maketh he prayer for his goods, for his wife and children, and not